and welcome to ABC Interactive English. I'm Mike.
And I'm Hanny.
So, Hanny, here we are at the end of our Trends and Fads look at Halloween and the history of some of the things we do when we celebrate this scary holiday every year.
Well, we already know that Halloween is sort of made up of some old European festivals that honored dead people and celebrated the end of the fall.
Yeah, and also from Europe, in the country of Ireland, came the tradition of making jack-o'-lanterns by carving scary faces into pumpkins. The Irish did this first with turnips, but the idea was the same. By making these scary faces and then putting them in front of your house, people back then were hoping to scare ghosts and other evil spirits away.
So in today's article, we will be taking a look at two more Halloween traditions, and I'd have to say these two are the most well-known and also most popular things that people do during this holiday. Dressing up in costumes and going trick-or-treating.
So stick around and find out all about it in the article that we will be reading today.
But before we begin, let's learn all about the new vocabulary of the day. 现代人很爱万圣夜这个节日，因为有变装啊，还有不给糖就捣蛋这些好玩的活动。不过以前的万圣夜其实是为了亡者而举办的哦。鬼魂在万圣夜出现，那么人们晚上出门的时候就会戴面具，穿特殊服装来躲避鬼魂。我们先来看三个单字 ，modern。Modern 它是形容词，形容现代的、近代的。例如 ，Some people find it hard to understand modern art. Some people find it hard to understand modern art. 有些人觉得现代艺术很难懂。下一个单字 appear 它表示出现、显现，它是个动词。例如 ，Her brother is an actor.He has appeared in several movies. Her brother is an actor. He has appeared in several movies. 她的哥哥是个演员，有在好几部电影里面出现过。好，第三个单字 mask。Mask 是指面具，它也有口罩的意思，是个名词。那我们用面具这个意思来造句。例如 ，Tom bought a scary mask for Halloween.Tom bought a scary mask for Halloween. Tom 买了一个很吓人的面具，是万圣夜要用的。好，课文接着写到，万圣夜当晚，穷人会挨家挨户乞讨食物。那么回报的方式呢，就是为对方死去的亲人来祈祷。这听起来是不是有一点点像是不给糖就捣蛋的形式呢？好，这边有一个单字 pray。Pray 就是祈祷、祷告，是当动词来用。那如果在 pray 的后面加上 er， 会变成名词 prayer。prayer 就表示祷告、祈祷词。好，例如 She prays every night before bed. She prays every night before bed. 她每天晚上会在睡前祷告。好，那现在看完单字例句，我们来读课文吧。
Modern people love Halloween for the costumes and trick-or-treating. However, in the past, they weren't for fun. They were for the dead. Ghosts appeared during Halloween. When people left their homes at night, they wore masks and costumes. They dressed up to hide from the ghosts.
Explanation 1.Okay,
so the title of the article, once again, is Fun Facts About Halloween. And then the first sentence for today reads, Modern people love Halloween for the costumes and trick-or-treating. Absolutely. People here in Taiwan maybe didn't grow up with Halloween like they do in other parts of the world, but from what I've seen, Taiwanese folks love to dress up in costumes and go to Halloween parties. And hey, kids everywhere love the idea of trick-or-treating, right? Free candy? Sure.
Yes, it's true. Carving pumpkins to make jack-o'-lanterns is something that fewer people here might do. But the costumes and the trick-or-treating? Oh yeah, what's not to like about that? But as we learn next in the article, these popular Halloween activities actually have a bit of a dark past. Yes, it's true. We read, however, in the past, they weren't for fun.
No, in fact, they were really not fun. It says they were for the dead. Yeah, anything described as being for the dead is usually also not much fun. Wow, so there's more to learn about all of this, but before we do that, let's pause here so that Daphne can tell us all about the first grammar point of the day.
大家好，我是 Daphne。今天的第一则文法是 in the past， 意思是从前，在过去。in 是介系词，意思是在。past 是名词，意思是过去、以前。in the past 就是在过去，是时间副词，使用时搭配过去式，可以放在句子的开头或者是尾巴。例如 in the past。People read by candlelight. 过去大家都在烛光下念书。
So, in the past, dressing up and trick-or-treating were done for the dead, and certainly not for fun. What does this exactly mean?
Well, good questions. And to find out, we need to read on. The next sentence tells us, ghosts appeared during Halloween. Right, we did learn that Irish people carved the first jack-o'-lanterns to scare these ghosts away.
True, but remember, those jack-o'-lanterns were for your home. What happened when you had to go somewhere? You can't exactly carry a carved turnip or pumpkin around with you, can you? Well, you can, but you would look really strange. So it says, when people left their homes at night, they wore masks and costumes.
And why did they do this? You can probably guess the answer already, but we read, they dressed up to hide from the ghosts, so the ghosts don't get them.
Hey, it's not me, it's Spider-Man, and I'm just going to the store with my friend Elsa from Frozen. It's not us, leave us alone, ghosts.
I don't think the ancient people were dressing up as popular movie characters.
That's a good point. Okay, well anyways, it's time for our break. But before we can go off to do that, we need to pause one more time for another grammar point, so let's go over to Daphne.
第二则文法是 A hides from B， 意思是 A 躲避、闪避 B。Hide 是不及物动词，意思是躲藏。三态是 hide、hid、hidden。后方用介系词 from 远离，引出躲避的事物。例如 Elliot is hiding from the rain. Elliot 正在躲雨。
Yep, okay, so it's break time now, but we'll be back very soon with much more. Also during Halloween, the poor would visit people's homes and ask for food. In return, they would pray for the people's dead relatives. That sounds a little like trick-or-treating, right? Have fun with these facts this Halloween.
Explanation 2.
Okay, so the Halloween tradition of dressing up in costumes comes to us from the past, when people thought that wearing a costume would help to protect them from evil ghosts who wanted to hurt them. Luckily today, we just do it for fun, but still, that's a pretty serious start to something we do just for fun.
Right, and as we read on, we also learn that the tradition of trick-or-treating also has a rather dark past. The next sentence in our article tells us, also, during Halloween, the poor would visit people's homes and ask for food. I guess that people then went hungry more often, and if it was a time of religious holidays, they would hope that richer people would be kind to them.
It seems that way. And what would these poor folks do for the rich people? Well, we read, in return, they would pray for the dead people's relatives. So if you gave me food because I was hungry, I would go to church and send some extra prayers up to God for you.
好，课文写到万圣夜当晚啊，穷人会挨家挨户的乞讨食物，毕竟这是个宗教节日，有钱人可能会比较愿意施舍吧。那为了回报对方，穷人就会替他们逝去亲人来祈祷。好，这边补充一下 ，relative 就是指亲戚、亲属的意思。我们刚刚还有用到 religious， 就是形容宗教的或是虔诚的。好，那课文下一句写到 ，That sounds a little like trick or treating, right? Well, yeah, but not as much fun.
Not as much fun. And of course, we don't have to go to church to pray after we get the candy from trick or treating. But actually, sometimes you do have to go to see the dentist a little while after trick-or-treating. That's what we do today. Not church, but the dentist. Anyways, we can see here that we have to pause one last time for our third grammar point.
第三则文法是 in return， 意思是作为回报。in 是介系词，意思是作为。return 是名词，意思是回报、报答。in return 字面意思就是作为报答，是副词片语，使用的时候可以放在句子的开头或尾巴。例如 The nun gave the poor food and asked for nothing in return. 修女给予穷人食物，而且不求回报。
So there you go, a very short but sweet history of Halloween.
So we wish you the best time trick-or-treating or celebrating at a Halloween party this year. And as it says in our final sentence, have fun with these facts this Halloween.
Yes, absolutely. And if you do go out trick-or-treating, remember to be safe out there. Happy Halloween, everyone! Fun facts about Halloween. Modern people love Halloween for the costumes and trick-or-treating. However, in the past, they weren't for fun. They were for the dead. Ghosts appeared during Halloween. When people left their homes at night, they wore masks and costumes. They dressed up to hide from the ghosts. Also during Halloween, the poor would visit people's homes and ask for food. In return, they would pray for the people's dead relatives. That sounds a little like trick-or-treating, right? Have fun with these facts this Halloween.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。今天要介绍的文法重点是现在完成式。现在完成式是指某个动作从过去的某个时间点开始，一直持续到现在为止。举例来说，同学们或许从小学1年级就开始学英文，学到现在，那这时候就可以用现在完成式来表达。那我们现在来学习这个时态的用法。它的固定句型是主词加 have 或是 has 加上过去分词。好，那很多人会把过去分词简称为 PP。句型中的主词常常会和 have 或是 has 缩写，变成像 I've 或是 his、they've 等等的。那接着要介绍的是现在完成式的使用时机。第一种是在表达过去的某个动作到现在已经完成，或者是还会再持续进行下去。例如 Harry has been a cook for 7 years. Harry 已经当厨师当7年了。好，第二种是表达在我们说话的当下不久前刚完成了某个动作。例如 We have just eaten breakfast. 我们刚吃完早餐。第三种是表达从过去到现在曾有过的经验。例如 Becky has taken this class before. Becky 之前有上过这堂课。那第四种是表达某个已经发生而且对现在造成影响或结果的动作。例如 Anna has lost her key, so she can't open the door. Anna 把钥匙弄丢了，所以她无法开门。好，另外，如果要用现在完成式表达去过某个地方时，必须用 have 或是 has 加上 been to。例如 ，Sam has been to Japan。Sam 曾经去过日本。那这表示说 Sam 有去过，他人现在不在日本。那如果改用 have 或是 has 加上 gone to， 表示已经去了某个地方。例如 Sam has gone to Japan。Sam 已经去了日本，这是指他刚刚去，现在人还在日本，还没有回来。下一部分要介绍的是过去分词的形成。过去分词可以分为规则变化以及不规则变化两种。当动词过去式是规则变化时，那它的过去分词也会是规则变化，像是 work、worked、worked，study、studied、studied。当动词过去式是不规则变化时，它的过去分词也会是不规则变化。那因为不规则变化是比较难记的，所以建议同学们依照动词三态。原形动词、过去式动词、过去分词这样的顺序多念几遍就会更有印象了。首先来看第一种不规则变化是动词的过去式和过去分词相同，例如 buy、bought、bought 表示买， find、found、found 表示找， hear、heard、heard 表示听到。第二种不规则变化是动词的原形动词和过去分词相同，例如 become、became、become表示变成， come、came、come 是指来， run、ran、run 表示跑。第三种不规则变化是三态完全不同，像是 break、broke、broken 表示打破， begin、began、begun 表示开始， go、went、gone 表示去。好，至于 be 动词的三态也是完全不同哦，它的过去式是 was 或是 were， 过去分词是 been。那么 do 或 does 它的过去式是 did，过去分词是 done。另外还有一种不规则变化是三态完全一样，像是 cost、cost、cost 表示花费， let、let、let 表示让。那么阅读 read 它也是三态完全一样，可是它的过去式和过去分词要念作 read。最后我们来学现在完成式的否定句以及疑问句。首先要形成否定句，只要在 have 或是 has 后面加 not 就可以了。它的句型是主词加 have 或 has 加 not 加过去分词。那句型中的 have not 可以缩写成 haven't， has not 可以缩写成 hasn't。例如 Phil hasn't arrived at the airport。 Phil 还没到机场。接着要形成 yes/no 问句，就只要把 have 或 has 移到句首就可以了。它的句型是 have 或 has 加上主词加过去分词。例如 Has Phil arrived at the airport？ Phil 已经到机场了吗？好，那肯定简答我们要说 Yes, he has。是的，他已经到了。否定简答要说 No, he hasn't。不，他还没到。至于 WH 疑问词开头的问句，它的句型是 WH 疑问词加上 have 或是 has 加上主词加过去分词。例如 What have you done？ 你做了什么？ Where has Joseph been to？ Joseph 有去过哪里呢？好，以上是这个讲解，我们下次见。See you next time. Bye. Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny， 又到我们1分钟的单元喽。那我们今天要1分钟的时间来复习4个单字，同学们您都准备好没？1分钟计时开始。第一个单字是形容词，形容现代的、近代的。你有没有听过摩登的这个字？就来自这个字，叫做 modern。modern 就是现代的。OK，Hank is interested in modern history。Hank 对近代历史、近代史很有兴趣。第二单字呢，它是表达出现、显现。好，这字叫做 appear。appear， 如果你在前面加上 dis， 就相反词 disappear 就消失 ，appear 出现。OK，the magician made a rabbit appear in his hat。魔术师让一只兔子出现在他的帽子里。第三个单字是面具，面具还有口罩的意思，你知道哪个字吗？叫做 mask。David bought an Iron Man mask for his son。David 帮儿子买了一个钢铁人的面具。第四个单字是祈祷、祷告，这字叫做 pray。pray， 如果你加 er 就是变成 prayer， 那就是你祈祷的内容咯。OK，Trevor prayed for good luck。Trevor 祷告来祈求好运。好，太好啦，我们成功了，同学们真厉害耶！那记得还是要多多复习，多多造句练习哦。我们下次见，拜拜。
See you next time.